Hey guys, welcome to Flight Junkies. Hey, I just want to send out a message to you guys. I have a lot of different videos on my website that are going to show you how to start messing around with your wing. Like when we ship a package off to you, we don't mind you getting started kiting and pre-kiting and doing that, but be sure to watch these videos. We had a guy come in and mess with his stuff and try to pre-kite and everything. First thing you need to do is you have to watch my pre-kiting video. It's actually called something else. It's Powered Paragliding Crashes Easily Avoided is the actual name of it. Go to that video and watch that video before you take your wing out of the package. If we ship it to you and you want to start training, getting a little bit of kiting in before you come down, watch that video. It is imperative that you pre-kite and learn that video first, because it can literally be dangerous, almost deadly, to kite your wing by tying into the harness before you pre-kite. When you don't know what you don't know, or if it's too much wind, you don't know. A lot of things can happen. It's like getting dragged behind a car. If you tie in and kite that wing up and it's too much wind, it is literally like being tied to the bumper of a car, and it isn't going to stop. So watch the pre-kiting video. It can save your life, because sometimes the wind could just throw you in the air and slam you down on the ground like an instructor did to his student in Imperial Beach. But make sure that you don't fly it in too much winds, and that's the way to find out if it's okay. Then once you do that, you can watch my reverse launch video, my forward launch video. It'll teach you how to connect up to it, how to turn the lines, how to connect, and start doing your kiting once you've established that it's safe to kite. And you can start doing it. But the point that I want to make about this is a lot of times I send these out and the guys start messing with it, and the first thing that does is they tell me their lines are tangled. And I'm going to make a video, you can watch for that coming up soon, but how to detangle these. One of the things you never want to do is get these risers near any other lines. So when you're pre-kiting, or you pull your wing out of the bag and you're going to open your wing up, you always want to make sure you guard these. Don't set these near any other lines. And you always want to walk in and put some slack in them and lay them somewhere where there's no other lines. Because if while you're pulling out your wing, you have them fully extended, as you're pulling the wing out and opening it up, getting it ready for launch, they'll be tumbling on themselves, falling through themselves, and then the next thing you know, you got a simple tangle. And again, with the video that I'm going to be making, you want to look for that, how to untangle your lines. Watch for that. I'll probably make it today. But if you get a tangle, it's very simple with a process I'm going to show you. But one thing you never ever want to do is you never want to take the lines off of the risers. And we had a guy do that, and it was the worst I'd ever seen. With my detangling, I can untangle any line in about 5 minutes. So if you should happen to get tangled, it's because you let those risers get near other ones. And there's also a way that I'll show you in my other video how to pack up your wing so that you never get tangles. And it's a braiding system that I brought over from, I was a national skydiver, and I brought it over from that because back when I started jumping and skydiving, I was just a teenager, and we had big round parachutes and tons of lines. So we daisy chained the lines, and we'll show you the proper way of doing that. And that way you're always protecting those risers. But he took all the lines off on one side, and we've literally spent the last 2 hours. Had it not been for Christ, you would have heard some cussing out of me, because it was the worst. But we love the guy, but in Mexico they would be calling him El Retardo. And I'm not going to mention his name, Mike Sykes. But he took it off. No, he took it off, and but I thought this would be a good time to tell you, listen, don't do that. Don't take them off of there. If worst case scenario, you can't untangle them with the untangling method that I'm going to show you in the other video, then just leave it alone, box it back up, and when you come back in for your training, I'll figure it out. A regular tangle, no matter how crazy it looks, I can do it in about 5 minutes. But if you take those lines off of those risers, it's a nightmare sometimes, and it's a long, painstaking process. And I don't like doing it, but we take care of our guys. We love them, and we'll help you out in any way we can. But pre-kiting video, powered paragliding crashes easily avoided. Reverse launch, forward launch, this is all stuff you can practice before you get here. And again, guard those lines, and when you do pack your wing up, don't let those get near anything else, and pack it up the way I show you with the braid method. I want to thank you for joining me. I hope this has been helpful to you. If you've got tangles in it, watch for the other video, and we'll show you how to get them out a real simple way. Thanks for joining me.